Someday. Not today. I've been wanting to get back into drum building, but a few things have been holding me up. First is motivation. The second is the expense of all the parts. And the third is all the rooms the finished drums take up in the house. Because I don't really need any more drums. So the solution has become to build drums for someone else. So Calderwood has a stack of customer work of which I can help, and is no expense to me. I can build drums on someone else's dime. In tandem with that, we decided to do a full shop reorg. And we'll do a full shop tour on the Calderwood channel once it's done, but I'll just give you the quick run through now. So as you enter to the left, this is basically the finished drum area. All these are for sale, a few are for customers, but a lot of this is up for grabs. Across from that, we have what I call the archive, and this was a 3-day project to run through. The back racks here, we have all the drum head stock, rope stock, snare stock, muffling, dampening, collection of older drums that need to be revitalized, restored, and hopefully sold. This rack we have drum hardware, so snare stands to the left, cymbal stands and stuff to the right. This is the bug out bag for musters. Deep storage for tools that aren't used that much, wrap, and then we have the shelf of pet projects. Things that Bill has that he wants to work on, revitalize, sell, but they're not for customers. In the other aisle, we have shell stock. There is a Deacon xylophone project down there for a customer. We need to build it into a case. That's hoop stock and some shallow shell stock scraps on the back wall. These two pallet racks are all in progress customer. So this is where the cash flow comes. And that's storage of full tube stock. That's the workshop. We'll circle back. We'll go through the office first. This is a larger pump organ. It's pretty cool. So the office we're not done with yet, but we got the laser cutter, the Cricut. Got a nice desk set up where you can do brass instrument repair, guitar repair, soldering. This is the leatherworking workstation. So ears mostly. Has yet to be organized. Got our little coffee station. Hey, if you stop by you can have some quality coffee. We have yet to go through all this drum hardware. That's gonna be a crappy job. We are looking to tear down those racks, mount all the horizontal slats to plywood, condense them, hang them up higher on the wall, then we can push the keyboards against the wall. And a small desk area so Bill can't clutter up the horizontal space. Then we have the workshop area, which is where most of the change has occurred. In this back quadrant we have all the woodworking, aka dust throwing machines, to keep it as far away from the finishing area as possible. We also added plywood to the metal racking for more jig and sled storage. Move the lumber rack down here. Next to that, Bill acquired a mill, the 2 drill presses, and the shopsmith, which is mostly used for polishing at this point. Also have this larger sandblasting cabinet, which is quite nice. Back here we have the tool cabinets. Moved this metal shelf out from the office. It's now like the gluing station for re-rings. Tons of clamps, that's the finishing area. Storage cabinet for all the finishing materials. That's our layout table for lugs, powder coating ovens, and the spray booth. We still have more work to do, more things to throw on the wall. Need to make more drum hangers. Need to make a new assembly table. Gonna go with a 4x8 bar stool height. Easier on the back. Just keep chipping away on it.
He was in a company that was independent, that could act quickly, had great customer service. He was head of marketing and so on. And he kind of had a vision for this shop, and he didn't want to become a hangout. They didn't even have chairs out in the main part. It bugged in that these jitterbuggers that come in and just sit there and hang out and so on.
Damn jitterbuggers.
George wrote back to Ludwig and said, "I'm sorry to do this, but you know, I'm going to go with ton and to leave sales. So that was fine with Lovely. They didn't really need him.
It seemed like there was kind of a big development on the last concept as the 60s into the 70s.
Yeah, buddy.
Yep.
It's a really narrow piggy bank. We got this giant yoga ball clamping the central reinforcement ring into this old bass drum. Cleaning up the hoops. They had crocodile skin, like almost like they were on a fire or something. So scrape it back, sand it back. Gonna leave the insides black. Gonna hit it with some Odies. Yeah, nothing blew up.
Pretty surprised about that, actually. I really thought that thing was gonna pop.
She gonna make it, Doc?
Yeah. Sure. I mean, yes, absolutely. That's what I wanted. Get in there.
Clamp it. Jed, clamp it. So this project is a restoration. Had to clean it up, scrape the hoops, glue back in the re-ring. Have a little bit of a gap that we didn't like, so we clamped that up. Had a spot of veneer bubbling up, so gluing that down. Once those come out of clamps, there'll probably be a little bit of scraping, maybe another round of cleaning, and then that will be oiled. These are oiled and done. The heads have been, well, this one had to be retucked. So those are done. Clamps keeping them from potato chipping. I wire brushed and polished all the hooks. So new leather ears need to be cut and laced. And then the entire drum will have to be strung up and tuned. Bill was working on this little rope tension snare for a drum kit. So he cut the bearing edges, oiled it, and he was working on the hoops, cutting these snare gates or snare slots. And that's what this fixture was all about on the mill. Worked out quite well. He's good like that. Say goodbye, Bill.
Bye, Bill.